If your breakfast has been feeling boring, this juicy homemade chicken sausage might fix that. Today we're making homemade breakfast chicken sausage that's quick, juicy, and actually worth repeating. So join me and let's get started. Alright, so first things first, I have here my ground chicken and we're going to turn it into some juicy homemade breakfast sausage that tastes like the real deal. Super easy recipe to put together here. Next, I'm going to season it properly by adding some salt, ground sage to give it that classic breakfast sausage flavor. Black pepper adds a little heat and balances out the flavor. Additionally, some garlic and onion powder that would give it that deep savory sausage flavor that we want. Smoked paprika, it would add some smoky depth and give it that rich color. I also added some thyme as well as some crushed pepper for some additional heat and herbal note. Lastly, I don't have fennel, so I'm using a little anise seasoning instead for that subtle sweet aromatic sausage flavor. And this is everything we need to get that star-bought sausage flavor and aroma. Now I'm going to mix all together using my clean hands or some gloves really well so everything is evenly combined. So I added my seasonings individually so you can see exactly what went into it, but for you, you can combine everything in one bowl and then mix it into the chicken so the seasoning is evenly distributed. So I'll work very hard here to make sure that everything is well distributed before cooking. I've also left the exact measurements in the description. You can follow along and try it yourself. I totally forgot to add my brown sugar, which I'm using to get that slight maple-like sweetness. It's optional, but if you have maple syrup, you can use that instead. Both will give you that classic breakfast sausage balance. So I'll add that in as well, and once everything is mixed together well, we'll let it sit for about 15 minutes so all the flavors come together nicely. Next, we shape the sausages. Now you can go with the patty shape or form it into the traditional sausage links if you prefer. And now from the thumbnail and intro, you know I shaped mine into patties, but if you want the classic sausage shape, those are pretty easy to form as well. But to shape the patties, make sure your hands or gloves are lightly oiled, and we'll grab a portion depending on how big you want them, large, medium, or small. And we're just going to press down on them and then shape them into patties just like this. It's pretty easy. If you do this without oiling your gloves or hands, it gets a bit sticky, so this just helps make the process a bit easier and quicker. And I'm so sorry for this. I wish I had a video demonstrating it how to make the sausage links. Now there are so many ways to make them, but you can take a portion of the mixture and then roll it in between your hands into a long even shape, and make sure that your hands are lightly oiled as well so they don't stick. You just smooth out the edges until you get that classic link form, and then you keep all the sizes similar so that they cook evenly. It's really easy to put together, and like I said, there's so many ways. The patties are just a lot easier and quicker to get through. So I made my medium size. Well, I considered these medium size, and from this batch I got about 10 breakfast chicken sausages. Of course that can change depending on how big or small you shape yours, but this gives you a pretty good amount for breakfast or a meal prep. So I'll spray in a little extra virgin oil, and once the pan heats up, I will pan fry these over medium heat for about 4 to 5 minutes per side, also depending on how thick they are. You can also bake these at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 15 to 18 minutes, flipping them halfway if you want a more even color. Honestly, I stopped buying breakfast chicken sausages and I just make them at home now. They're so good, you know exactly what ingredients are going in, and plus you can control the sodium content, which is the most important part. And this right here is perfect. You can let it go a little bit darker if you want that deeper golden brown crust, but this is exactly what we're looking for. These smell so amazing. And friends, when you bite into these, they're so soft and juicy on the inside with a light golden crust on the outside. They're really moist, not dry at all, and they stay tender and flavorful all the way through. They're so good. And friends, that's it. Quick, simple homemade chicken breakfast sausage. High protein, easy to make, and way better than store-bought. If you try this, you see why I don't buy them anymore. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. And until next time, stay safe and blessed always.